Hey everybody, good news, bad news. Good news, time for another movie review. Bad news, it's about Flatliners, the 2017 version. Why do I say it's bad news? Because Rotten Tomatoes, 5%. 5% from the critics, 37% from the audience. IMDb has it at a 5. So if you're not aware, Flatliners, this is a remake. Original movie was Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon. Basically, it's a bunch of med students who stop their hearts and then revive them just to see what it's like. That's the basic premises. And then bad things start to happen to them after they do this. You don't mess with the angel of death. But that's what this movie's about. I'm a little tired tonight, just throwing it out there. I still got to do what I need to do for you, watch my movies and give you my thoughts. Hopefully I don't fall asleep and flatline during this movie. See what I did there? But I'm going to get into it a little bit. I'm going to have my expectations really low based on everything that I've seen and shared with you so far. But I'll start watching it and let you know if the hour and 49 minutes is worth it. I'll be back in a bit. See ya. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. Flatliners. We're at the 48-minute and 20-second mark. As I mentioned, I'm a little tired, a little sick if you can hear it in it. But that's okay. I'm here for you. So far, so good. Basically, as I mentioned in the beginning, the whole movie's about, doctors or doctor students, medical students who are doing their residency at a hospital and decide to experiment with, stopping their heart and then bringing themselves back to life. So 3 of them have now done it. So the first one, Ellen Page, is the one girl that I recognize in this, and another girl from, I want to get her name for you if I can, Nina Dobrev, I don't know. I believe she's on one of the Diaries of a Vampire show. That's right, I think that's the name of the show. I don't know. Anyway, not important. I digress. But they're flatlining, and the name of the movie, and they're stopping their heart, and then they revive them a little bit after. And so far it's been good, but the things that they're seeing from it is a heightened sense of, they're just getting smarter. So Ellen went first. Ellen Page was the first one, and she can diagnose people a lot better, a lot quicker. Kiefer Sutherland is in this, who was in the original one. So he's like the doctor who helps all the medical students learn more. So he's facilitating that part of it. But anyway, so he does quizzes like, oh, this is what's wrong with this guy, and she's answering them really quick. Oh, it's this, it's this, it's this. So of course from that, the next doctor wants to go. So he goes, and now he's instead of looking at diagnosing, he's diagnosing on the spot, and he's proactively helping people as well. So now the other doctors want to get into it, and so we saw the third one go through. That's the girl from Vampire Diaries or whatever that is, and so she is just gone, and now another girl has gone. 2 in the same night. So there has been a little bit of weird stuff. Ellen is seeing her shower curtain keeps closing, then she saw a face, okay? And then the other guy, the guy who went second, when he was under, or when he was actually dead, he was riding a motorcycle with a girl on the back of it, and then when he was brought back, now he's hanging out and he sees that same girl standing in the middle of traffic. So you can see that doing this has some benefits to it because they're all getting smarter. But then there's also seems to be like there's going to be some negative things, and I think that's where the drama comes in, or the horror, or the scary part of it. So nothing too bad so far. Yeah, it's kind of good. It's not as bad as, at least in the first 48 minutes. I don't think it's trash. It's not 5% rating, but we got an hour left, so who knows? I'm gonna get back into it. Now I'll check back in. Still staying strong for you, Flatliners. Back into it. Be back in a flash. Hey everybody, we're at the credits. Flatliners. I tell you what, I don't know why there's all this hate on this movie. I mean, a 5 from IMDb, a 5% from the critics on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think that's right. I mean, it's not an Oscar movie, and I'm not even going to compare it to the original. You can't compare anything that Kevin Bacon makes. That's not just fair, you know. So you got to take it for its own movie. Don't compare it to the original. And I thought it was a good movie. I mean, not a great movie, but I mean, I'm going to give it a 7. Again, doctors, they experiment with death. When they experiment with death, then they start dealing with the consequences. Again, sorry, I'm sick, a little tired, but I'm toughing it out for you. So that's why I sound so bad tonight. I have no other excuses for the other nights. Anyway, you know, again, they experiment with death, and they come to find out they start getting, terrified by visions and stuff like that. And their visions are about things that they've done in the past, the guilty things, the things that they feel guilty for. And that haunts them, and so they start to try and right the wrongs that they've done. And I don't want to get into it too much and give you any spoilers, but I mean, that's what the movie's about. I thought it was well done. I know they built it off of a previous concept, but it was more today than it was back in the 80s or 90s when the original one was made, and I thought it was pretty good. So I'm going to give it a 7. I'm not going to go on any deeper than that, but it's worth watching. I wouldn't put it at the top of your watch list. There's a lot of other movies that I've recommended. Hopefully you've seen some of those. Stronger, Detroit, those movies. Watch before this one, but when you're running out of movies, throw this one on. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not what Rotten Tomatoes tells you. That's why you have me, to give you that other opinion, the true opinion, the opinion that matters. Alright, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go take some cold medicine. KimmelsIrishPub.com